Well, here I am back out in the same spot I was a couple weeks ago, and as you can see, this corn does not look good. These leaves are all rolled up tight. There's certain places where it is starting to have a tassel come out. This corn plant here is maybe 4 feet tall, and this one is a little over 5 feet tall. It's got a tassel wrapped up in here, but these leaves are curled tight because it's just under, the plant is under a significant amount of stress. In this area, you know, you just look around and there's just nothing here. You know, like right here, these plants are burning up from the bottom. There is just no moisture left. These plants are pretty well dead. You know, it's not good. The drought monitor came out yesterday and we're in a D1 drought, which means lighter soil areas like this, they're going to be toast. Well, this is it's not all of the field, part of it, but if you look out across the field, you can just see that there is a significant amount that is just rolled up. Even the good looking corn plants are rolled up, much like these small ones that are stunted. And they're just not going to make the full yield potential anymore. It's going to be significant change from where we were. And the next decision is, do I put any fungicide on? You know, that's $20+ an acre. Well, you know, I want to be set up for success. That'll help me achieve and maintain the highest amount of yield. But is it such a situation where it may not pay back? It's a difficult decision. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And I may do some fields and not others, and just have to look at them all and think about it. Tough decision. Lots of hard decisions to be made. Now this is a much better part of the field. You know, this corn's 7-8 feet tall, tassels coming out, but you can see these leaves are rolled up. Usually, instead of rolled up tight like this, they're usually laid out, catching all the sun. But it's so hot and so dry, they've curled up to try to conserve the moisture in the leaves, to try to conserve what they do have. You know, and as you can see, it's nice and clean, pretty good spacing right there. But corn plant just is curled up and is protecting itself. It's in defense mode. So, like I say, hard decisions. Got to figure out what to do and prioritize, and you know, if it was easy, everybody'd do it. I'm walking through a cornfield that I planted the 4th of June after we took a hay crop off of it. And as you can see, this field has a lot of deer pressure. They tend to eat a lot around here. But this has had less than an inch of rain since planting. I think about 7/10 of an inch of rain. And the ground was already getting a little hard and dry when we planted it. And it came up pretty decent, but it's just so dry. You know, it just hasn't finished coming, and the hay crop that was here finished zapping the rest of the moisture out after we cut it. And it's looking a little tough. It'll probably make something, but it's not going to be what we thought it would be, which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes. Here's a good example of wildlife feeding. They just mow the corn right off. You know, this stand, considering the conditions, is okay, but it needs a rain. As you can tell, that corn there just isn't much, and some of that's pretty close to being just done. So I'm hoping it comes out, but all we can do is hope now, because we really need a rain. Here I am in one of my soybean fields, and these beans, they're all curled. A lot of the new growth is puckered up and curled, and it just isn't. Part of this is drought stress, and part of this is I believe, herbicide injury, where the leaves are cupped like that. That's not normal. And that's usually caused by herbicide injury. You know, and they just have a lot of the signs of it, and almost every field around has those signs. You know, and you can see down here the drought stress is getting to it. You know, the blooms are starting to come off. There's not a lot of blooms. These plants are barely knee-high on me. They're very short, mainly because we haven't had any moisture to make them grow. So once again, trying to decide what to do with fungicide and any further inputs. Are they worth it or are they not? And soybeans, they generally are more drought tolerant than corn plant, but it's just so hard to know what the right decision is, and you'll never know what the right decision is right now. You'll always look back and know. Hindsight's always 20/20. But yeah, stuff's looking pretty tough. You know, you look at those leaves and they're just all cupped and curled. The new growth is and stunted, and I don't know if these beans are going to get any taller. I think this is it. Generally, they have the rows completely shaded by now, and they're not even close. Not even close. So, don't know what we got for yield potential, but it is significantly less than it was a couple of weeks ago. I'm finishing up editing my video to post on crop scouting. It hasn't rained yet. It's very dry. It's not looking real good. There's a chance of rain today. Actually, this morning the clouds were just beautiful. I ought to include a picture of that. It was just really cool, the sky this morning. Sometimes you just got to stop and appreciate that. But you know, there's a chance of rain this afternoon. They're talking possibly some heavy storms. I have some friends that had some corn planting the other day, so that's always a possibility. Hoping for rain, but I don't know. I just don't know what it's going to do, but we're hoping it's going to turn out. That's why we do it every year. But it gets a little frustrating, and it makes it pretty difficult to keep going when you just don't know if it's going to be there or not. We'll find out. Time will tell. There was a helicopter going to spray some fungicide. Not for me. As is with most farmers, I have several different pieces of machinery and we're not utilizing them, and we have some slower times. I have a friend that's getting a shipment of product in for their business, and they're not able to find someone with a forklift. So I currently am going to take my skid loader down and unload the semi for them, and I'm bringing my pallet jack because it's coming on a shipping container and the truck drivers don't touch it. So I brought the pallet jack so we can get it unloaded. It's always fun to help other people out.
Siege, stay right here. He's in there. Watch out. This is moving. Come here. Come by Mom. First pallet of the FloBody Gyms coming off. A little bit of John Deere action going on here. FloBody Gyms are coming off. We are here. FloBodies are coming out, you guys. So stinking pumped.